Alright, quick update for Kadena. So things are getting very interesting with what's going on right now. So let's jump right in and talk about it. If we start off with the most important level, which I've highlighted in my past couple of videos, or rather the most important support is this 786 Fibonacci down here, around about 660. We get this from drawing the Fibonacci, the macro fib, from the low to the all-time high, and you can see we're currently just underneath the 786 Fibonacci, which is this red line in the sand here, and you can see we're really having a hard time getting above it. So on the daily, this could be very diabolical if we do have a strong breakdown from the 786 Fibonacci for multiple reasons. Number one, this is really your last line in the sand. If we do start breaking below here, we are going to have to start talking about much macro lower price targets. And also number two, you can see if we do break below this red line, then we could potentially be getting ready to take out the uptrend that has been in play since the 22nd of January. So all in all, the macro uptrend right now is really on its last leg of support. So I said this in the last video, your moon line is really a daily close above the 200-day moving average. Until we break above 866, I personally wouldn't be too bullish for Kadena, because this could get very sticky with what's going on right now. So if we hop over to the lower time frames, specifically looking at the 4-hourly, you can see that we've just fired a short signal because the short-term moving average has moved below the long-term moving average. So the EMA ribbons have flipped bearish, and you can see we are getting quite a lot of momentum to the downside on the squeeze mob momentum indicator. This could definitely build up. It has built up very harshly before once we have fired a short signal. But all in all, you know, I really would be waiting for both a breakdown, a solid breakdown and a daily close below both around 660. I'd say the uptrend could still be intact as long as we don't have a daily close. I want to say where this trend line is, but let's say where this candle body closes, just to be slightly conservative. As long as we stay above 642, the uptrend is still technically intact in my opinion, but like I'm saying, we're coming down, we're flipping short on the EMA ribbons, and the only reason, you know, I'm not like 100% shorting is because you can see we've done this a few times before where we flipped short, we've kind of taken out the bottom of this on the 4-hour, and then we've started to head up. So all in all, your moon line, if you did want to get super bullish, at least in my opinion, is the 200-day round about $8.60, and your last line in the sand is really this this local low that we have down here on the daily. I like I said, around, you know, anywhere between 640, but on the 4-hourly, you can see, if in my opinion, if we start coming down, yeah, basically below 640, if we have a daily close below there, we would have to start talking about much lower price targets. So we're really in a rock and a hard place right now. The uptrend is still intact, but with Bitcoin heading down, with Bitcoin kind of fighting with the bottom of these EMA ribbons, if Bitcoin doesn't start to turn up in the next day or so, then Kadena could definitely take a tumble. And apart from these previous lows we've got down here, because that is the first level of support I see, if we move our fib on the daily down to the candle body close instead of the wick, you can see we still do have the 786 down here. So either way, if we do have a daily close below 640, your first line in the sand would really be 567. I do believe we'd be coming down to 567 at which point, and if we do take that out, which is the 786, then, I mean, really, the only other level that would hold would be around 439, and if we do take that out, then we really have to start talking about coming down to $2 when this uptrend started. So, all in all, don't throw rocks through my window because I'm talking about these price targets. I am saying this is a hypothetical. We have just flipped, you know, kind of bearish, and we're picking up momentum to the downside. But like I said, as long as we really don't move below 640 and have a daily close below there, I wouldn't be panicking too much, because I still do believe there is a good chance that Bitcoin is going to have a reversal any minute now, and, you know, potentially that could bring Kadena back up to somewhere near the 200-day moving average. So it's really a mix of two things. We are still in an uptrend, but, you know, I would just be slightly cautious. And for me to become macro bullish on Kadena, I'll say it again, I said it in my last video, we need to take out this 200-day moving average, in my opinion, round about the 860. So 860, if we have a break above it, then I will be flipping macro bullish for Kadena. Until then, keep your eyes on 640, because if we take out 640, let's move it down to here, see where we'd be moving to. you can see approximately about 11% move down to the candle body close, where the 786 Fibonacci is at 566. And then if we take that out, we'd have to start talking about the lows down at 440, this macro low, and that is a 31% drop. And then, you know, if we take that out, the previous local high top down here is all the way at 65%. So I really don't want to talk about targets all the way down at the bottom of the uptrend while we are still putting in higher lows. So, you know, the trajectory of this really hasn't changed. We're still making higher lows and we're still moving up in the micro term, but these EMA ribbons flipping bearish could be a slight warning signal. And like I said, keep your eyes on 640. If we do start closing 4 hourlies and dailies below 640, then, you know, in my opinion, I would have to flip bearish on this. So that is really all I see for Kadena. Keep your eyes on these regions that I talked about, namely being the 200-day moving average and the 640 region. As long as we're above 640, then really nothing has changed, and we will, you know, continue to put in higher lows for Kadena. So that's all I see. Best of luck if you're in. Once again, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market. And you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.